fast. So the first thing I did was I counted. A good thing most of these are all before and afters. There's pictures of barns, pictures of farmhouses, pictures of metal buildings, and roof coating and grain bin. So there's 2 of each one, so it was easy to count. I took a tally of how many pictures of houses, metal roofs, barns, commercial buildings there were. And since these are all before and after, I counted how many before images. So let's say in this example I had about 33 before images. So that means I have 33 after images. So now what I'm going to do is ask ChatGPT to name it. First question I've asked it is if it knows how to write image names for SEO. It said yes. It kind of gave a brief description of how to do it. Some of this stuff I may not go with, but I'll show you that later in the video. Gave some examples. Next question is, it's not really a question. I'm just going to tell it my situation. I'm going to say that I have an SEO client that sent me a bunch of pictures. And in this industry, this is very important, you got to specify the industry so it starts to use keywords related to that. So watch this. Cool. So now I've told it, I'm not going to ask it to do anything just yet. I'm just going to say that this is the situation. Now it's already starting to write. I don't want it to write. I'm not going to take these things. So let's see here. I'm not going to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it. I'm going to come here. Didn't do what I wanted. Questions. I don't want it to give me anything just yet. This is important. This is a skip. This is a step that a lot of people skip, and their ChatGPT content looks not good, and their SEO on it is not good. So now all I'm doing is I'm opening its mind. I'm refreshing its memory on this subject because I want this to come out good. So now it's still giving me descriptions. I'm not going to use them. All right. So let's go ahead and ask it another question. Okay, so now I'm just asking it, do you know the people who live there and some of the words that they use? It might give me some examples. Okay, cool. All right. Perfect. So now it's even using different keywords that I didn't even think of. Maybe these are correct, maybe they're not. I'm just going to roll with it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this finish. Now, since I've already tallied up how many pictures of houses there are, how many pictures of metal buildings there are and barns, what I'm going to be doing here is just asking it to write the descriptions out using a location keyword. I'm telling it what I'm going to be doing, and I'm asking it if it makes sense. I'm asking it one more time just so I eliminate having to do extra work after it's giving me the descriptions of the images that I want. Now, it doesn't know the exact number of each image I want. It's just guessing right now. So I'm not going to use these descriptions just yet, but I'm going to let it write. The more it writes, the more familiar it's going to be with what I want. Also, this is important because it's allowing me to see where it's making mistakes. Like, I didn't ask it to write specific towns in Illinois in the image description, but it did that. I just asked it to write the abbreviation. So now I can correct it. I can correct it, and I can tell it not to do that. So now I'm asking it again, do you understand what I want? And let's see if it makes another mistake. So now the last step that I'm going to do after this finishes is I'm going to tell it the specific number of images that I need. Okay, so now I'm going to try this out. I said, great. Can you write me these specific number of images? So I specified how many images of each one I want. Let's see what it does. Okay, so this is important for you guys to know. In the very beginning, one of the first questions I asked it was if it knows how to write SEO-friendly image names. Now, it told me yes, but just scrolling down here, it's repeating the same exact image name, which is not it's not very SEO-friendly. You want to have variation. So this is important to understand that you need to guide the machine a little bit. This is why it's taken this much long. So I'm gonna just simply tell it, this looks repetitive, let's add some variation, and I'll show you the result. Okay, so this is one of the added benefits of using AI. I just said this looked very repetitive. Would it help you to see the images so you can actually add variations in the image names and colors and building size? And it said yes. So I'm gonna show it the images. I'm gonna see how well it does. And then I asked it, how can I share a Google Doc with you? Because it asked me to upload them, and it gave me instructions here. So let's give this a try, and let's see what it does. Alright, so now I've uploaded the files for it to check out, and it's going to start writing me a description based off of these images here. So it's actually looking at the colors of the images and writing me a description. Let's see how good it is. It's actually pretty good. So these are the image names. I'm just going to roll with it. I could ask it to go more in detail, but this just shows you guys how you can use these tools in a faster way to do this work. Now, I have other things to do, and I'm sure you are the same. So I'm using this tool to kind of speed the process up.